And I'm Leo. Welcome to day 5. This
Yes.
is our yoga challenge, and hopefully we can get you up and get you going.
Yes, and we're going to start with Urdhva Hastasana. So be on your mat, be standing up. As you can see, we're ready to go here. So stand in a Tadasana action. Now be aware of your Tadasana action here. You've got to take the weight right back into your heels. You can see Leo's bending her knees slightly there just to get a little bit of an action, a backward action into the heels so that the knees start to lift. And then lifting through the thighs, the thigh bones, lift up out of the pelvis and roll your shoulders back and down. So be in this Tadasana. So we're going to come from Urdhva Hastasana into Uttanasana. So it will be a little bit clearer when Leo demonstrates for those of you new to yoga. Extending the arms up. So remember to extend right up into the fingertips. Keep the chest lifted, keep the thighs nice and lifted. Take a breath in on an exhalation. Hinge for Uttanasana. So if you have really tight hamstrings, come halfway, put your hands onto the shins or the thighs. Otherwise, continue all the way down to the floor. Take a few breaths. In this position, you've got to be sure that your thigh bones are moving away from the abdomen. You've got to see the creases at the very tops of the thighs. Increase their imprint into the body. Go on lengthening through the front of the body. Take a breath in. Urdhva Hastasana. Extending those arms back up. Reaching up. Look up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the arms. Lift the chest. Be open. Take a breath in and come for Uttanasana. And again, those of you with tight hamstring, put your hands onto the shins or to your thighs. Now, as you can see here, Leo, for those of you who are a little bit more mobile, taking the hands a little bit further back this time. So this means to say you've got to take your thigh bones back even more. Lift through the backs of the legs. Lift through the fronts of the legs. Extend the collarbones forward, take a breath in and extend the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, be there for a few moments, breathe. Keep the chest nicely open, go on opening the armpits. Take the weight right back into your heels. All ready to go again. And of course, those of you with tight hamstrings, you can have your yoga bricks ready in front to put your hands onto should you need them. Extend forward. Okay, now you can see here, this is getting very serious now. Okay, some of you will find this very challenging. And also the other option is if you're really tight in your legs, which is why you practice yoga, you can have a chair nearby and put your hands onto the chair. That's another way of actually getting your muscle fiber redirected and moving. From this action now we're going to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog head down. So if you've been with us for a few days, you'll recognize this one. Flatten your palms, bend your knees, either jump or step the legs back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And it's really important in this pose to get that action that you're getting in Uttanasana. That means to say that the energy reaches from the palms all the way through the body, but to the thighs. The thighs are going to go back so strongly. You've got to push back the thighs. You've got to reach into the soles of the feet. You've got to elongate the whole of the leg. You've got to pull up the kneecaps and thighs. All of these actions need to be there for the next pose. So we're coming for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. This is dog head up. It's quite challenging. Now you have to make sure that your back is lengthening. So you may need to take your feet just a little bit further back, because with beginners sometimes we don't get the full extension of the spine. Look forward, keep the collarbones lifted, take a nice breath in. You may need to watch the video first before you attempt this. Extend into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. You can see here that Leo's coming into the pose. Chucking her toes under. You've got to see that you lift through the whole of the body. Press down into your palms, broaden across the collarbones. And see that you're getting that tremendous lift through the front body. This area here sometimes can get a little bit compressed, so you've got to push the back of the pelvis, the tailbone towards the back of the thighs, and keep that action. Okay, we're going to come for Adho Mukha Svanasana and take you back into dog pose. So go and see that you're extending back nicely. Now we're going to come for Uttanasana, so we either jump or step the legs into the forward hinging action. Good. Okay, and again, those of you who have got a little bit more mobility, then feet together, fine. If you're finding that you stiffen the hamstrings again, you can place the feet a little bit further than hip width apart. This will give you a little bit more broadness. Or your hands to your shins or to your thighs. To come out of the pose, you need to come out with an open chest. Take a breath in, open your chest and extend up into your Tadasana. Bring the feet together. And just take a few breaths, few softer inhalations and exhalations, thighs back. I want to see those outer thighs moving deeply in, lifting up through the chest, drawing the abdomen deeply back. I want to see that you are becoming more aware of your posture and the alignment. See that the tailbone is reaching towards the back of the thighs. There's a slight moving in, but there's also a direction towards the backs of the thighs. The tailbone is the root chakra. It needs to be grounded down. And from that action, lift up out of your pelvis, broaden across the upper body, and lift your sternum chest. Okay, so we're coming back down for floor work now, and our pose is going to be Virasana.
So I've got a couple of folded blankets here. You might need more height than this. You shouldn't be working with knee pain in this pose. If you've got foam pads, yoga pads, you can use yoga pads. They're probably a bit more convenient. But the height that I've got here, it's enough for most people, but anybody who's got any kind of knee injury, you will definitely need to come higher than this.
Definitely, and also stiffness. You've got to remember that stiffness is it's not a disease. You can work through it, but you still need to actually be able to get into the poses. So if you're stiff, then fine. Or you can sit lower or to the floor if you've got good mobility. And as you can see here, Leo's moving those calves away from the backs of the knees. And again, this is quite an important action. We find in the classes that a lot of our athletes have got very, very tight, strong calf muscles. And when they come into this pose, it's one of the most difficult ones, isn't it, for them to do?
And many athletes actually will have less of a problem maybe in the knees and more in the ankles.
Yeah.
Particularly a lot of the men
Yeah.
that we teach will have stiff ankles. You can always roll a blanket or a towel and put it here underneath the ankle joint. It just gives a little bit of relief and makes this pose possible for some of you who find it too difficult because of ankle pain.
Yeah, definitely. There's always a prop that can help you to get the foundations within the pose, and then you can slowly take those props away. So as you can see, Leo is taking her hands towards her feet, her fingers towards her feet, and lifting up, chest up. I'm coming for Parvatasana, Ingarasana. So this is when we interlock the fingers. You can see here for Leo, straight arms, locking the elbows, and turning the palms round. Good. Keeping those arms really nice and straight. And now keeping that action, keeping the broadness across the palms, extend the arms up. So sometimes when you extend in this way, you'll find that the shoulders will come up towards the ears, like that. Yeah. So you'll avoid that. Don't try to get that action with the tops of the shoulders down, with the extension of the palms, with the extension of the arms, lifting your sternum chest, moving your abdomen towards the spine so you get that really nice lift of the spine, and releasing the arms down. So now we're going to change the interlock where you place the other little finger on the outside. So this may feel odd to your palms, extending forward, and again you've got to make space in that shoulder socket. It's quite a small socket, and if there's a lot of tension around it, then it's really difficult to get this action of the shoulders. So reach so much into the palms and the wrists. Go and see that you extend the chest fully, broaden across the collarbones, and now taking those arms up. Reaching the arms. Good. Opening the palms. Soft inhalation and exhalation. And remember about those shoulders, you're going to see that you're moving the shoulders down, the shoulder blades towards the back of the waist, but the chest remains upright and lifted. And then releasing the arms down. Good. Okay, come back to your Virasana action. Alright, so we're going to come out of the pose now. So see that you stretch the legs out in a Dandasana action. Now notice that Leo took her legs to the side, so just be careful that you don't rush and pull at the knees when you're coming out of this pose. Good. So from Dandasana we're coming into Sukhasana. We're just coming into the Sukhasana twisted action. Taking your hands beside your hips, rolling your shoulders back and down. Okay, so we're just going to shift the left arm to the outer right thigh. And just pull on that outer thigh with the hand and lift and turn. Lift and turn. Lift and turn. You can see Leo here is gradually manipulating that action, so that the shoulder goes back a little more, the collarbone extends a little more from the inside out.
So remember what we said about twists yesterday, how good they are for your internal body, the internal workings of the body. You can actually feel the gut, all of the organs internally being massaged by this action.
Okay, and now release in. And coming to the other side. So taking your left hand to your right outer thigh. No, that's wrong. Right hand to your left outer thigh.
No, it's left to the right. I think you were right first time. Other side, anyhow.
Other side. Alright, so lifting up, chest up. Now rolling the shoulder back and down and lifting through the front body. So with twist, it's very important to create that space to twist. If you're collapsing in this action and you try to twist, big problem. So gradually unfold the back. And if you've got a real problem with the stiffness in the paraspinals, in the muscles that support the back, then you can always do this pose sitting on a chair and twisting towards the back of the chair. That's a really nice way of working too. Okay, so this is now the end of our sequence for day 5.
Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, and do subscribe to our channel. If you enjoy the sequences, we will be adding lots more variation in the next few months.
Namaste.